Hi soulmate, for today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this stylish slanted waistline sheer dress with gathers. So to start making this, I'm going to cut this on a pattern paper and transfer it to fabric. You need to mark your shoulder to waistline, and from your waistline you're going to add extra 5 to 6 inches, right? So mark your shoulder to waistline and add extra 5 to 6 inches. After that, you're just going to go ahead to mark out your waistline and then that extra inches you added to your dress. The next step you're going to take is to add extra 4 to 5 inches in front of your pattern before going ahead to mark your measurement. This is because this is a sheer dress, and when you're making a sheer dress, you're going to use an elastic thread to make this, and by the time you're done sewing, your dress will shrink or get back to its original size. I'll start by marking out my measurements. At the upper part of my pattern, I'll place my tape and mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I'll come down by 1 inch from there and I will mark a basic neckline of 3 inches. Connect from your shoulder slope to the neckline. So after marking this, you find your armhole line, which is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Now whatever you get, draw a straight line and then mark back your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and connect it to the upper part. Now that is the only thing you need here. The next step is to place your tape from your shoulder point to your armhole and divide what you have into 2. Come in by ½ inch. You're going to take your ruler, connect from the midpoint to the upper part and just connect this directly into your armhole this way. We just created an armhole curve. Now place your tape and determine how off the shoulder you want this to be. You can use -4, -5. I'm using -5 inches. I'll go ahead and draw a straight line starting from the center of my pattern paper towards the armhole area. Now the next step you want to take is to add extra 1 inch or ½ inch to this, because you're going to fold out that part, or either you weave it out. Now if you're going to weave it out, you just add ½ inch. If you're going to fold it out, you add 1 inch. Now the next step, when you're making a sheer dress, you have to weave out the edge before sewing. Now the next step is to mark your largest measurement. Now from your shoulder to waist, your largest measurement is your hip. Now divide your hip by 4 and start marking after this line. Now the hip I'm working with is 40 inches. I will go ahead to mark that. 40 divided by 4 will give me 10 inches. Then I will cut out. I'll go ahead to cut this out, and I'll use this to cut for both the front and back pattern. But before cutting this out, I'll open it up. Notch your waistline. Now from this waistline, now that is where we are going to alter the asymmetric design we have towards the waistline of this dress. So from this side, now what I did was to come down about 2 inches or 2.5, and I slanted it to this side. So what I added here was 5 inches. But while transferring my pattern to fabric, I added extra 2 inches to this side, so that it can give me that asymmetric design we have towards the waistline of this dress. So now I'll use this to cut both the front and the back pattern of the dress. Now here is what I have, and you're going to add ½ inch here, and I added like extra 2 inches at this side, right? So what you do now is to fold out the edge or weave it out. So for me, I'm going to fold it because I don't have a weaving machine at home. So I'll be pairing it with this fabric. This is the closest fabric I had at home that matched this dress. This particular fabric I had, this is more like a remaining part of my adire. So after you're done folding out, you will start marking out like you see me doing. Now to mark this, you're going to use about 0.5 or 0.75. So this is the hardest part of this dress, where you just have to like follow this line and sew it all the way to the end. So it's very important for you to mark these lines and follow it, so that it will give you a neat and straight line. If not, if you just sew it without marking out, you might end up sewing something that does not really look nice. So after marking this, I'll also mark the back pattern, and we're going to stitch this on the sewing machine. I'll be showing you how you're going to do that. You're going to pick your elastic thread and you're going to pass it on your machine rail. This is the part that is going to be underneath. Now for the upper parts, you're going to use your actual thread, right? It's only the thread that is underneath, or you're going to use an elastic thread to make it. I really need to not stretch the elastic thread too much. If not, it's not going to create the shrink effect on your dress. So this is me following the lines and I'm sewing it. Now if you buy an elastic thread and it's not really working very well, you can soak it inside a warm water, dry, squeeze off the water, let it dry a little, then you can now use it. So this is what I will keep sewing till I get to the end, and also stitch the back also. I'll just do this repeatedly till I get to the end of the dress. This is why I said this is the hardest part of this dress, where you get to follow each line and stitch to the end of the dress. So now I'm done sewing the elastic thread on it, and this is what I have, right? So you're going to place it this way and you're going to stitch both sides with 1/2 inch. I'm going to stitch mine with 1/2 inch on both sides of the dress. Now after stitching, this is the remaining part of fabric I have, because this is just like a small adire fabric that I had remaining. So now we are going to cut out our sleeve. I'm using a freehand to do this. I have 15 on fold, and for the length I have 14. So this 15 on fold, if I open it, it will give me 30 inches. So I'll just create a little curve. Now measure what I have here. After measuring it, make sure that the curve you have here is 1.5 or 1 inch more than the actual dress, because we are going to fold the upper part to create an elastic casing, right? So I'll cut it out. Just like I said, I'll open this now. I will be using one part to illustrate. Now what you do is to go ahead to fold this way, create an elastic channel, and also repeat the same thing here. Now after doing this, pass your elastic. You want to measure round your shoulder and round the sleeve where the elastic will pass. That is how to get the length of the elastic that you'll be putting there. So there's no particular measurement, just measure the area where the elastic is going to sit. That is how I got mine. So I'll place this together now, stitch it with 1/2 inch before we go ahead to join it to the sleeve. So this is it. I've gone ahead to join it. Now take the armhole of the sleeve and the armhole of the dress. Place the right side of the sleeve and the right side of the fabric, join it together this way, place it, and you will stitch with 1/2 inch. Then join the remaining other side with 1/2 inch also. So you will repeat this on the other side, joining this with 1/2 inch. So after joining it, I will show you what I have. So this is what the dress looks like. The next step you're going to take is to add the gathered part. Now for this gathered part, get the full length of your dress, this part of your waistline that you came down by 2 inches. From there, you will take the full length of that part of your dress. So why we are using this side and not this other side is because from the waistline already, we have added 6 inches. So if we take the measurement from there to the lower part, it will make it longer. What you will do is come down 2 inches after your waistline and take your full gown length. Now from the measurement I have, I have 42.5 inches. So that 42.5 inches, remember Ankara is about 45 inches. What I'll do is I'll just cut out little excess that I have here. Remember to add extra 1 inch for folding or 1/2 inch for weaving allowance. So I'll gather the waistline. So after gathering the waistline, this is what I have. I did not just gather the waistline, I also joined it at the back so that I will join my dress together. Now find the midpoint of the back and the midpoint of the front. So what you will do now is to go over to your sewing machine and you will gather the waistline of the lower part to match the shared part of this dress. So you can go ahead to use your pin to to pin it down so that while sewing it will be easier for you, or you can just pin the center, pin the back, and go ahead to stitch. For me, I just pinned the front and I pinned the center of the back and I joined it with 1/2 inch. After stitching, this is the final result of the dress. If you have any question, please kindly go ahead to ask, and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join us on our next video. Thanks.